So, limiting reactants. So we need to figure out which one do we run out of. So we've got our vocabulary here. Limiting reactant, an excess reactant, and we also have stoichiometric equivalent, where we have no limiting reactant. We have the perfect ratio. So it's the baby bear's porridge of chemical reactions. So what do we want to do? Well, we want to look at moles. So let's look at what we need. This is where we're using the balanced equation. So 2 moles of sodium for every 1 mole of chlorine. So it's a ratio of 2 to 1, or 2. So what do we have? Got to keep sodium on top. So moles of sodium, we have 4.5. And moles of chlorine, we have 3.5. Now, you can tell right away, without even doing it in the calculator, that this one is going to be less than 2. As a matter of fact, 4.5 divided by 3.5 is 1.29. So that means we have less sodium than we need. So sodium is our limiting reactant. So that means the product comes from sodium. So 4.5 moles of sodium. We're going to put moles of sodium on the bottom, moles of product on the top. Use the coefficients, 2 and 2, and 4.5 moles of NaCl. So there's our product. So what about the chlorine? It's excess. So how much is left over? Well, first we need to figure out how much was used. Well, if we have 4.5 moles of sodium, and there's 2 moles of sodium for every 1 mole of chlorine, then we used 2.25 moles of chlorine. We had 3.5 minus what we used tells us how much we have left. Now we can apply this exact same concept to this one, even though we want to know grams. We're given grams. We're given grams. Well, what we need up there to compare, we have to compare the moles. So, first thing we're going to do, convert our grams to moles. So, 80 divided by 63.55 gives us 1.26. And 25 divided by 32.06 gives us 0.78. All right. So the ratio we need: 2 moles of copper over 1 mole of sulfur. So we need 2. So what do we have? We have 1.26 moles of copper over 0.78 moles of sulfur. Gives us 1.6. So, less copper than we need. Copper is limiting reactant. So the product comes from copper. So 1.26 moles of copper. We have 2 moles of copper for every 1 mole copper 1 sulfide. We need to add up that molar mass. 63.55 times 2 plus 32.06 give 159.16. So that's going to be times our 1.26 moles and divided by 2. So we have 100 grams. Okay, so how much sulfur left over? Well, $25 grams to start minus how much we used. So how much did we use? 1.26 moles of copper, 2 moles of copper, 1 mole of sulfur, 1 mole of sulfur, 32.06 grams of sulfur. .26 divided by 2 times 32.06. So 20.2. That's how much we used. So we've got 4.8 grams of sulfur left.